What's up, guys? Welcome to Resetting Reactions. We're here for some more One Piece reviews. I thought, the first video went well. You guys responded well to it, but I wanted to try something different. So on OBS, there's a way to pause videos between recordings. So I thought maybe I'd do like a built-in type jump cut stuff. So as soon as I finish a chapter, I can talk about it and just give my initial impressions as I read, even if it's like over a larger span of time. And maybe that'd be better. You guys can let me know if the first type of video is better or if this type of video is better, and I'll go with it. Okay? So I just finished 955 Enma. So for this one, let's see. Let me get to the front of it. We have everyone gathering together, realizing that Hiyori has been alive, which is obviously Ko Murasaki, her alias. And then, let's see. We formally give Zoro Enma, which is, we kind of figured this is one of those 21 great swords, a good approximation to Shusui. Now, I'm unsure of why they would give Enma but not Shusui. Aren't they both national treasures? I'm not entirely sure. But they don't seem convinced that Zoro can handle it. We know Zoro can handle it. He slices he slices like the edge of this freaking cliff off. But we also see that this blade draws out your latent ability almost. It forcibly makes you use Ryuo, which is that ability that Luffy's mastering right now. So that kind of explains why this sword would be able to cut Kaido and leave a scar. It's the only sword that's done that. But Zoro can handle it. But even a little later, I think they said something that it's not a black blade yet, so it can still maybe grow stronger based on how well Zoro uses it. So there's that. At the same time, we have the approximation of what this war is going to look like. 30,000 individuals from Kaido and the Shogun side, whereas we have about 4,000 individuals. So very lopsided war. It's going to be more maybe guerrilla warfare or very pointed tactics. So we'll see what happens. We get to see Frankie building extra boats just in case they have more people. Luffy, I didn't consider this. Ryuo, we have seen him use it in his base form, but he can also combine it with Gear 4th, which we see him practicing with. So that has, the ability to maybe even amplify the ability even further. So we'll see what happens with that. Zoro continuing to work on his craft. We see the prisoners. Obviously, they want to get out. Kinemon and some of the others are going to go ahead and start the combat early. And then in the meantime, everyone is gearing up for war, and the chapter kind of ends here. This is where they kind of talk about, the blades that you have, Zoro. 2 of them are by the same individual. That's probably why Hiyori trusted you with this blade, Enma. You've been capable with this other blade. And we also see it looks like Luffy has finally managed to use Rayleigh's not touching something and blowing shit up. So obviously exciting times. It seems like, I don't know if this is on purpose, but Hiyori kind of her whereabouts are known. I don't know if this is part of the plan where they kind of send people in one direction while they infiltrate in another, but this is the day the war ends. So with that, I'm going to leave it and read the next chapter, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Some interesting developments. Okay, so I wasn't sure where they were going with this entire chapter. So we kind of start with Garp talking, talking to King, what's his face? Why don't I remember his name? I don't remember any of these guys' names. Neptune. About what happened at the Reverie, and they're talking about how there's a whole bunch of stuff that went down. They passed this thing. They got together. There's all kinds of things that they were talking about, but eventually, they're talking about all these different situations where there could be divide between the people of the kingdoms. And then they say something about Alabasta and something about Vivi. We don't actually find out about that. We move back, and we see the newsroom with Morgans, and talking about how there's all this news, there's a casualty, there's death, and all this kind of stuff. They're trying to figure out what they want to publish, but a message gets there, and he's asked to just not do it and suppress the information. Of course, he's like, yeah, this information is too juicy for me, as a journalist to kind of say no to it. Turns out it's a Cypherpol agent. Morgans, turns out, is a freaking boss. He looks like he bare knuckle brawled this dude and completely destroyed him. Let's see, and then we get Wapol. Apparently, Wapol's going to leak some information, and this is when the news is spreading, all this stuff. What is going on? Is this a joke? Something about Sabo. I don't think they actually say anything about it. We see Dragon, we see Ivankov, we see everyone there. Well, it can't be Sabo. It almost implies that he died or something. We get more reactions from people that we're overly familiar with, Fuchsia Village, and back in Goa, it's the siblings. It looks like, what is this? More Goa Kingdom reactions. We see Doflamingo react, and he's like, oh man, things are heating up. He's an Impel down. We see Blackbeard react. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And then we get some new information with Kobe talking about, I saw the news and all this kind of stuff. It seems like now Drake is also, he's working with the Marines. So there's people working with, so Apu was working with Kaido. Hawkins was only working with Kaido because he wanted to survive, so he's not truly with Kaido. Drake is working with Marines. All this stuff is going, and then Kid's not working with anyone. It finally delivers the news that, it seems like Kaido and Big Mom have joined together, and this is gonna be horrible. And Kobe is on his way to, Boa to arrest her. And that's when we find out that they are abolishing the Shichibukai system. And this was brought on by the king of, I think this is I can't figure out who the second person is, but the king in Dressrosa, obviously all the horrible things that went down under Doflamingo and the protections he had, and they passed by supermajority. So we see, they're going after Buggy. Of course, Buggy can't really protect himself. He has no business being a Shichibukai already. He's trying to escape. We see the others. Mihawk, he's getting excited. Weevil, he's recently become a Shichibukai, and now he's no longer that. And then we see Boa saying, hey, we're Shichibukai. There's a reason we're strong. Who do these people think they are? They wanted to come into a partnership with us because we're this powerful. They stood to gain from this, but hey, we'll deal with this situation now. So I'm curious what they're going to say about Sabo. What the hell happened with Vivi? There's a few things going on here that we still don't have concrete information about. I think those are the main ones. So, all right, on to 957. All right, guys. I'm in the middle of reading this still, but some crazy stuff has happened. So, we're finding out that Big Mom and Kaido were in a crew called Rocks with what's his face? Whitebeard with their Captain Rocks. And they said Golden Lion, so I believe some movie stuff is becoming canon as well. And they named 3 other names that I just wasn't familiar with, what was it? Silver Axe or something, Captain John, and Wang Zi? Zhang? Something like that. So there's 3 names I didn't recognize. And there was this Valley of Gods, and apparently Garp was the one who stopped them, but the only reason he was able to do that was because he was fighting with Roger and all this stuff was happening and there was celestial dragons and all this kind of stuff. I was like, what is going on? Like, this stuff is like bombshell news. So, what was it they were saying? Let's see, pirate. So, were they saying Roger fought to protect the celestial dragons? Garp had to fight alongside a pirate in that battle. A pirate. The other is he fought to protect celestial dragons. Well, Garp did at the time. In any case, the truth is this: at God Valley, in order to protect the celestial dragons and their slaves, Garp and Roger, who both happened to meet there, joined forces. So they came together and they protect them. I'm curious why they protected these scumbags, but obviously we also find out why Garp was never an admiral, even though he had the power to be an admiral, is because he didn't want to be a political tool by the celestial dragons. And this God Valley island has just disappeared. I'll be interested to see more about Rox. He has the middle name D in there. So there's all this. I decided, seeing new bounties is always fun. So that's where I'm at right now. So Admiral the Blackbeard Pirates, Marshall D. Teach, 2,247,600,000 belly. And then let's see. Next we have a man that has been called a Yonko for about 6 years. Okay, 6 years. So this is Blackbeard. Of the four, he's the youngest, and he's well trusted by his subordinates. Beckman, Rue, Yasop. Oh wait. Oh. Really? Shanks has only been a Yonko for 6 years? Okay. His crew boasts his high average bounty, perhaps the most well-balanced, impenetrable pirate crew of the four. The leader of the Red Hair Pirates, Red Hair Shanks. 4 Billy. Okay. Next, it said that she attacked the giant village of Elboff as a mere child, a born monster refusing to trust anyone she's not directly related to. She and her 85 offspring created a strange little country called Totoland, the one woman queen herself. I'm guessing Kaido's going to have the highest because he has the most violent crimes. Okay, so she has higher than Shanks, the captain of the Big Mom Pirates, Charlotte Lin. 4,388,000,000 Betty. And then the man that was but a pirate in training during his time in the Rock's crew, after his own strength alone, he won the respect of many cruel pirates and eventually came to be called a Yonko. This is Viceroy of the 100 Beast Pirates, 100 Beast Kaido, 4.6 Billy. So that's crazy. So they're no longer going to have Shichibukai. We find out that the one who really wanted to push this agenda of getting rid of this system within the Marines was Isho-san. So he wanted Isao? I forget how to say his name, but what's his? Fujitora. And then of course Akainu didn't want this to go away. So allow me to remind you of the bounties of 2 legendary men. Captain Whitebeard was 5.046 billion, and then Captain of the 5.564. Damn, dude. Kaido's getting close to these two. Pirate King Gold D. Roger. Damn. The man himself. In all the history of piracy, no bounties surpass these two. For Kaido and Big Mom truly do ally, their total will surpass that of either of those two, and yet that is exactly what is about to concur in the non-allied country of Wano. Sakazuki. Okay, looks like he doesn't think there's the manpower for this. Shirohige Roja and Akagami all were quite fond of one pirate from Wano. Kozuki Yoden. So they're talking about him. So they think there's more to it than meets the eye for Wano. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta read this. I'll just keep it like this for now. 958. A few years before, the world saw the beginning of the great age of pirates. I'm glad I came with you, Roger. So we're seeing the actual stuff with Oden. Oden-sama. What are you getting all stiff for, you bastard? We're the ones thankful you're here, Oden. You're drunk off your ass, Roger. Coolish. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is that guy who, Laboon. Yeah, the guy on the... really long time ago. So I don't want to hear it from the doctor that drinks like a fish. Do you need any help with anything, Oden? Really? I'll give you a hand too. Buggy Shanks? You just get in this way. If you really need anything, well, thank you. I'll probably do it like this. I don't need to read all of it. Like that. Now that I finally made it. They're calling me to come back and become Shogun. I'll keep the fire alive. Okay. I'll open Wano's borders. And we'll wait 20 years for the future to come. With my retainers back home, I'll open Wano's borders, and together we'll wait 20 years for the future to come. So there... Huh. Okay. Why are they specifying 20 years? Since then, 25 years have passed. And now we're back to the present. All right. So unless something more insane starts happening, I'm going to pause here and read the rest of this chapter. All right, I'm just going to say the rest of 958. Just kind of saying the festivities, sake being consumed at this point for the only time of the year. And, you know, the gathering has occurred at the harbor and the weather's insane. There doesn't seem to be any of the ships there. So something has happened 2 days before. And that's what I'm about to read about. What happened? All right, I think this is going to be the last chapter I do. So we're back before the incident where the ships arrive. We see more of the preparation. We see a few of the characters like Luffy and I think Usopp was in it. And Luffy, Brook, and freaking Chopper in samurai outfits. We find out that the night of the raid is likely going to be a full moon, so the Mink clan can possibly go into their Sulong form. And then we get a little aside of Hold'em going into Kuri Leftovers Town, demanding what's happening. Why haven't the rebels attacked us after we attacked their base? There's large amounts of food disappearing. Tell us. And Otsuru was about to do something, and the villagers claimed that they ate all of it. So they're obviously covering for the rebellion, and then we see what's been happening. Whether he knows about it or not, it seems like Orochi has destroyed like countless areas of harbors and bridges, so there's no chance for rebellion. So it even looks like he attacked the Sunny, which I'm sure the Sunny's okay. So, you know, they're at the point where they look like they're going to give up. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but they ultimately decide, you know, they're whatever they have to do. They're proud to be Oden's retainers, and it looks like we're about to get a flashback for Oden next. So I assumed. I figured this would be a good time to stop just so I could get the whole Oden saga or whatever if we go into an extended flashback next. So, it looks like he was a good for nothing in the beginning. So he came back from a failed voyage, and it looks like he's getting scorned and stuff thrown at him possibly. So I'll be interested to see, you know, will we see his travels with Roger? Will we see him fight anyone? You know, like what are we going to see? Obviously, it's going to start from him being a good for nothing, but hopefully we can see from there all the way up to present day, because we've had snippets of him, but we haven't really learned about him too much. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see that. I'm going to leave it at that. Interesting few chapters. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe. The likes really help these videos because I have no thumbnails that they're after the fact. So if you guys, all of you guys could really like, I usually don't like fish for likes, but it's really important in these kinds of videos. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time.